Now, for this favorite moment in anime of 2013, I must say this one was one that I wanted to make sure to save for last, and this is one that I'm sure a lot of people have already kind of done just because it's so obvious, it's so common, and everything like that. But, I still wanted to do a video about this, and it's pretty much about Attack on Titan. Now, I know a lot of people, like I said, once again, that a lot of people are going to have that as one of their favorite moments in anime, whether it's the first time they watched it or one of their favorite episodes, anything. But I must say that when I first saw Attack on Titan, which I'm not gonna lie, just a few minutes ago, I just got done watching the first episode again, or actually half an hour ago or more. But when I still see that first Titan, it still sends chills down my spine. It really does. And when I first saw the anime, I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't, because when I heard about the name and when I saw pictures of it, previews, and all that kind of stuff, I really did not know what to expect, because even though there's a lot of good animes out there, and even though there's a lot of animes out there that seem to be, although they're good, there's a lot of animes that seem to be a little bit similar in some way, shape, or form. There's a lot of areas of animes that have a lot of things in common, and have a lot of things that are a little bit too predictable sometimes, and that you could tell are really similar and really based upon another anime in mind. And sometimes it's good in a way, that meaning that you know what to expect when you first see it. If you see certain things in similar or in common with other animes, you're like, okay, so it's this type of anime. But when it's different, most of the time it's a good thing. But sometimes when the art style or the animation is so different, sometimes it just, I don't know, it feels weird watching it, or you feel like you're watching some of the 1990s, which is a good thing sometimes. And sometimes they just try to be different too much to the point it's not a good anime overall. Which I'm not saying every one of them needs to be like the big five animes or anything like that. But when I first saw this anime, there's a lot of things I really liked. When I first saw, I must say the first episode I still think is one of my favorites, just because they did a great job of introducing it and just on everything. And they did a great job of really just drawing people in and getting you interested in it. And one of the things I must say is that when I first watched it, the first thing that really stood out, that was just like a big thumbs up right away, is the intro. The intro, compared to most intros, I would say this is one of the best intros of this year. And the reason is simply because, not just because the music was amazing and just fit the anime so well, and because of just the way it looked, the action, and just how it got people hyped up to watch the anime and watch a new episode every time, but also because it was very different. A lot of intros have certain things in common very much in the way they organize them, the type of scenes they might have in it, or the type of music, because I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of intros I've seen that are made by very specific artists. Not saying that those artists are bad, no, they make great music, but it's really hard to see intros that aren't in some way, shape, or form very similar with another anime, whether it's just from one aspect or just all around, or something very, very specific. But this one was very different overall. I really liked the animation, the pacing, the music was awesome. And of course, just the way it started up, I love the way it just started up with the chains and everything like that, which they changed a little bit over time, but it was just flat out amazing. But as for the anime itself, I really like it because it has a really great story. It's very interesting. It's something that is very original, and of course, you could use that term very vaguely and very softly and lightly, but it was very original compared to most other animes. It's not about, swords and clashing, at least not like big swords. And I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't have any like big things about it that really are similar with other animes. You can look at the way they fight, what the story's about, the area that they live in, the way their landscape is, or their land is, just the landscape and the way the buildings look, and just about everything is just straight up different from other ones. And sometimes, like I said, you can find small things that are quite similar. And I still find it ironic that one of the characters at the very beginning, when it was showing the scene of all the guys attacking the Titan, there was that one guy that was their leader that looked very similar to one of the Hokages from Naruto. I'm like, wow, I don't know if that was intentional or not. I'm thinking it's intentional, but with just how different the animation and the art style is, it's like, wow, it looks similar, but although the art style, and animation is completely different, you could still see that there's a similarity. And I really liked how they actually did the story, because the story itself is very interesting. It's very different. And the main character is great. And even though I love this anime so much, over time I've seen a lot of things that they could have improved on. And I'm not bashing it, of course. And there's a lot of times that I've seen chances they've had to expand the story and be able to lengthen it a bit more, meaning to make it a longer series than, it could be. And seeing that there is definitely going to be a season 2, I really feel that since they're going to be doing a season 2, they had many chances of actually extending the lifespan of the series as a whole. Because I don't want to see them do stupid things a lot of other big animes have done just to make their series a bit longer. I want it to be with good pacing, good episodes, and not just junk or things that are unnecessary people don't care about. And just, I don't know, I want the pacing and everything to be right. And I understand why they had the pacing, skip just 5 years very quickly and everything like that, to get to the action and all that stuff. And everyone was looking forward to it. That's what everyone wanted. But, I'm hoping that maybe season 2 they'll actually go back and take some of those chances to maybe do at least, maybe like five episodes, 3 episodes, whatever number they want. And I guess you could say go back and invest into some time and places that they could have expanded the story, had some more character development, and just really extended things quite a bit. And do that at the very beginning of the season 2. And then, of course, here's the present, and, this is what's going on right now, and then go on. And, if they do things right, then I'm really excited. And I'm still loving this anime. God, one of the things that really stands out, that I know I use that word a lot, but one of the things that is really just straightforward, very just crazy about this anime is just how gruesome and gory and bloody it gets. And just, I don't want to use this word, but mind. I mean, it leaves your jaws dropping, and sometimes it does make you cry just seeing how sad and just terrible things get. But it's still an anime, and I'm sure a lot of people, it's in their top list. It's still, I would say, one of the top animes of this year. There's a lot of other ones that people may not notice that are great animes as well. But I feel like this as an anime as a whole is something that we've been waiting for. This is an anime that we've been waiting to see. I'm getting sick of seeing so many animes being so much like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and all those in the top 5. And honestly, I feel like Attack on Titan, if it was put in the top 5, it would be the most trustworthy one, at least one of them, easily. But I'm getting so sick of so many animes going after, let's just say, the crowd of people that watch Rosario Vampire, or let's just say Naruto or Bleach and that kind of stuff like that. Which, there is a place for that, but I feel like they're just, I don't know. I feel like it's too easy, it's too predictable, and too obvious that they're going for that market or that audience of people that like that stuff. Which, it's great to see more animes like that in case there's one thing about this anime that you didn't quite like. And maybe you'll find something else that does a better job on it. It's still great, but seeing something like this, again, I feel like it's something that we needed to see, because lots of times it's too obvious and it's too predictable that other animes are trying too much to be like some of the top animes out there. So I was really happy to see this anime come, and it was one of my favorites of the year simply because it was something that I did not expect. I didn't see it coming, and for how different it was, and for how great of a show it was, and just how much it draws you, and the way they end the episodes in general. They do a great job on that, to just, I must watch the next episode, and they really just grab you, and, it's a very good anime that, I feel like we needed to see. We needed an anime like this to come, because or else, it had been one of those other years, it's like, yeah, not much really changed this year, except, the basic or the usual. So, but anyways, that's it for this one, and I might do another episode or another video. I'm not sure, but if this is the last one, then thank you guys again for watching these videos. And as always, guys, I will see you guys in the next video.